into the world of sports. All right, the NFF have described the report making round about a potential contract termination of Super Eagles coach Eric Chell as fake news. The gaffer was said to be uncertain over his future on the Nigerian job after a mixed result in March 2026 World Cup qualifier, which further left the team and the country in fate hanging in balance. However, a board member of the NFF have said that that the executive committee did not convene any meeting as the coach was on his way to Europe, where he's expected to meet Nigerian players. Also, to convince some more eligible players to play for the country. Why to convince more eligible players to play for the country. So that news that Eric Chell's contract has been terminated is a fake news. Nobody has ever, and nobody has sat down for any meeting with him. He's on his way to Europe, and that's what the NFF have said. So we should disregard that information. Away from that story, Victor Ikpeba has heaped a lot of praises on Victor Osimhen and head coach Eric Chell for the Super Eagles' spirited display in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. I really want to say I love the commitment and attitude of Osimhen. He gave everything and scored 3 goals. Also, he commended Eric Chell for infusing a new fighting spirit in the team. Had we appointed him earlier, maybe we would have been in a better position on the table. These were the exact words of the former Super Eagles striker Victor Ikpeba, who said this just 2 days ago. Away from that, former Chelsea coach explained why they must sign Victor Osimhen. The former Chelsea coach who gave Chelsea their first ever UEFA Champions League trophy, Roberto Di Matteo, has urged the club to go all out to sign Victor Osimhen, believing a top goal scorer is the difference between where they are and where they aspire to be. These were the words of Roberto Di Matteo, the first Chelsea coach to win the UEFA Champions League for them. Said they should go all out to sign Victor Osimhen because top goal scorer is what the club needs as it stands now. Away from that story as well, it was a very scintillating and very lovely presence yesterday where Arsenal Bukayo Saka made a triumphant return from a 3-month injury layoff to score a decisive goal in the 2-1 victory over Fulham. Saka played for Mikel Arteta's side against Crystal Palace on December 21st, and that was where he got injured. However, the wide attacker returned with a bang against Arsenal for Arsenal crosstown rivalry, Fulham. He came on the 25 minutes to end the game and thereby wrote his name on the score sheet. Arsenal will be traveling on Saturday to Everton before welcoming Carlos Ancelotti men on April 8th, where Arsenal will be playing against the Real Madrid. Away from that story, English Premier League results, the games that were played yesterday, and just to let you know that the English Premier League has resumed after the international break. Okay, it was a very, very, very disheartening performance for the Manchester United fans because Nottingham Forest has solidified their position on the sitting down there in the English Premier League on the 3rd position. They say we'll go nowhere. We're going to the Champions League. And yesterday they defeated Manchester United by 1-0. While Arsenal won their game 2-1 against Calvin Bassey and Alexi Iwobi's team, Fulham. Where Mikel Merino scored the first goal, while Bukayo Saka scored the second goal, and Mourinho scored the consolation goal for Fulham. Away from that match, Wolves won, West Ham United 0. Today's fixture, you will see Southampton playing against Crystal Palace. Bournemouth will be slugging it out against the Ipswich Town, while Brighton will be playing against Aston Villa. Newcastle will be playing against Brentford, while Man City will be playing against Leicester City. They already know they're relegated. Liverpool, never walk alone, will be playing against Everton, the Merseyside. All right, and the last game we'll have for you that will be played on Thursday, Chelsea will be slugging it out against Tottenham. Away from that, it was a very, very mixed feeling and something to jubilate. The Czech teenager Jakub Mensik beat his childhood idol Novak Djokovic to win the Miami Open. Mensik, 19, played his first ATP Tour title, clinched his first ATP Tour title with a 7-6, 7-4, 7-6, 7-4 win over Serbian Djokovic on a sketchy, humid night in Florida. Remember, Djokovic is a 24-time champion of the Grand Slam, but a 19-year-old boy has taken away that Miami title from him. And some years back, 2 years ago, Djokovic trained with that young boy, the 19-year-old boy, and now the boy has said, Oga, I am now a master of the Miami Open. I want to say a very big kudos to the Czech guy defeating his brother, the Serbian Djokovic, and that's how life looks like. Away from that story, Kano Pillars have lifted the suspension of their technical advisor, Usman Abdullahi, after a 5-week suspension period to his suspension, had signed a 2-year contract with option of third one. He was suspended in February following poor results and incident. The club announced that all issues have now been resolved, and he has returned to his position as the technical advisor of Kano Pillars. Remember, Kano Pillars is still housing Musa Ahmed, the Super Eagles captain. Away from that story, the last story I have for you, the Professional Football Association of Nigeria, PFAN, led by Tijani Babangida, has frowned at the report of acts of hooliganism exhibited by some irresponsible supposed fans of Lobby Stars. During a training section where the players were harassed and locked in the players' box for over half an hour, the Nigerian Premier League Board should, as a matter of urgency, and the NFF, matter of urgency, investigate and bring those hooligans to book. These are the words of the PFAN led by Tijani Babangida. You could remember that because of the weekend, Lobby Stars players were on the training section before the fans invaded them, and they were in the bus where they were locked up inside their bus for almost half an hour before the rescue came. And now asking the NFF and the MPFL board to really look into this matter and bring those people, those fans that have acted irresponsibly to book. And this is what Tijani Babangida-led association is demanding from the NFF and the board of MPFL, led by Honorable Benga. You guys have to do a very great work so that we will stop this level of madness in our games. All right, this is where we're drawing the curtain close on ABS Sports Plus this beautiful Wednesday morning. My name is Steve Sacramento. Keep shooting, keep scoring. No yellow card, no red card. Bye for now.